Hey guys, welcome back to Black Moon Coven. So today we're just going to have a little tea time, coffee time, little chit chat, little witchy chit chat about some comments or concerns people have or witches have during this time of year. Now, the one comment that I get most frequently this time of year is, can I celebrate Christmas if I'm a witch? And of course you can. Yes, I go to my family's house every year for Christmas. And I think of it more as a traditional thing. I don't think of it as a religious aspect, like I have to go to church and I have to know the scriptures or anything else. I think of it more of a traditional thing. So every year we go there, we exchange presents, we exchange food and family and love and everything else. That's kind of what it stands for me. Now, when I get back home, I do all of my Yule preparations and Yule stuff as a witch. But they're not going to accept that, so I'm not going to force it down their throat. So, broom closet witches, this is my little advice for you. I've been there, okay? I know what it's like to sit at Christmas dinner or sit at church and you don't want to be there and you don't really want to participate or anything else. I get that. I've been a broom closet witch for over 7 years before I started practicing openly. And it sucks. I know it sucks, and there's just no other word to say it. It's unfair. It's really unfair. But that's what it is. I mean, you're under your parents' roof or your guardian's roof or whatever. You don't want to get kicked out. Maybe if that's like a violable offense, I don't really know. But just be more tolerant and open-minded of their views and their religion, even though they are not tolerant of your religion. So what I'm saying is, take the high road, okay? Turn the other cheek, do their thing. If they want to pray, you bow your head in silence, you meditate. If they want to go to church, meditate there, think about spells or whatever. Just kind of focus internally on stuff. So you can meditate in church, that's no big deal. I know that it really sucks. There's no other way to put it, but that's just what it is. So yeah, you could celebrate Christmas with your family, of course, and broom closet witches. Just celebrate in your own way, okay? Any way you celebrate, the god and the goddess are going to know that you honored the Sabbath. So any way you can celebrate, celebrate. And Christmas in itself is kind of a Yule-ish thing. So you decorate the tree, you give out presents, you have a big feast. So think about like your family is kind of celebrating Yule, even though they're celebrating Christmas. So think about it that way. Okay, the next topic we're going to cover is why your spells aren't working, why your magic isn't working. And this is a subscriber question. So thank you so much for the question. If you're watching, this is for you. So we're going to just cover some maybe topics of why your spells aren't working. The first and most important part of magic is belief. So you have to believe that your spell is working, that your magic is powerful and it's working. And that's a lot to believe in one thing, but you have to believe that's true in order to cast a proper spell, in order to see it work. Okay? The next thing is clear intention. You have to make sure your intention is clear. It doesn't have to be simple, but it has to be clear enough for the universe to know exactly what you want. So if you just put it out there like, I want a house, it's not going to be as clear because the universe is going to say back, okay, well, what house do you want? Do you want this or that, or do you want this and that? So it's going to take longer to come back to you. So make sure that your intention is clear, straightforward. The universe knows exactly what you want, exactly what you're doing this for, that kind of thing. Make sure your intention is clear. It's very important. The next issue that you could be having is time, is simply you don't wait long enough before you start questioning yourself. A lot of the bigger spells take longer time. A lot of the heavier spells, I call them, like love spells or protection spells or curses or, anything that's like really heavy and dense magic, takes a little more time to unfold and to come back to you. So just give it time. I do the 3-month rule. If by 3 months nothing has happened at all, even starting to happen or manifesting, then I go ahead and I do another spell or maybe tweak my intention a little bit Just try to spell a totally different way. You don't want to do the same exact spell, because if that one didn't work, then why trying it again would work. Tweak it just a little bit. Maybe your intention wasn't clear enough. Maybe the way you went about it was not clear enough. Maybe at that time you really weren't in the right state of mind to do the spell anyways, so just do it again. The next thing that could be affecting your spell work is outside influences. So if you have a family member, or if you live in a household that's not really particularly tolerant of your religion, then that could be affecting your spell work in a negative way. So definitely find a sacred space. You could go to the woods, if you can. If it's like winter and you don't, you can't, then stay in your room, do a spell to protect, or do a ward. Actually have a video on wards where you can protect your sacred space from outside influences. The best for broom closet witches is bathroom magic. So you can lock yourself in the bathroom and you can put up a circle or put up a ward to protect you from outside influences, and then cast your spell. Or waiting until really late at night where everyone's asleep. Do the same thing. Cast a ward so none of their negative emotions or negativity can come into your circle, and then cast your spell. So outside influences might be a very, very big part of why your spell isn't working, and maybe just don't seek people's advice on spell work and things like that, or just don't listen to them. Ignore them. They don't understand witchcraft and they're never going to, so just ignore it. The next thing, and probably the most important besides your clear intention, is your right state of mind. So before you do any type of spell work, you want to ground yourself and center yourself and make sure that you are in that state of mind where you can manipulate energy, you can make magic happen. You'll know what that feels like if you've done meditation or grounding or centering before. You feel like you're aligned, all your chakras are just in line, in tow, and you are ready, you are on top of it to do your spell work. That's probably the most important thing. Don't do spells if you are highly emotional, if you maybe you're having a bad day, or you're really upset, or you're, something happened and you want to do a quick spell to make it better. You shouldn't do that. Definitely consult divination first before doing any spell, just to make sure that you're doing this for the right reasons, you're in the right state of mind, your intention is super clear, you give it enough time, and your outside influences are, outside. They're not penetrating any positivity or any magical things that you have happening. So that is basically it. Hopefully I answered some questions at least, but that's basically it for the video. I just had those two really comments or concerns. If you guys do have any other comments or concerns for the next tea time video, put it down in the comments below, or reach out to me during the aminos. I'm on all of the witchy aminos. Black Moon Coven is the screen name. Hopefully everyone had a beautiful new moon. I did a really great, impressive oracle spread. It was so big, I couldn't even get it in a picture. If you follow me on the Minos, you would know it's like a 7-card spread, and the oracle cards are huge. So, I love my new oracle cards. I feel like my tarot cards are getting a little jealous, so I'm probably gonna go do a tarot spread right now just to kind of get in good graces with them. But yeah, so hopefully everyone has a beautiful rest of your day, and remember, you're a witch no matter what you have to practice at this time. Even if you have to go to church or celebrate Christmas or whatever, you're still a witch internally. So definitely stay grounded, stay centered for your spell work. That's probably the most important. And until next time, I'll see you guys.